Today was Grand Day, so I have been working tirelessly to finish up the two squares that I didn't do in the beginning of the month of July. And so by the end of the week, I want to be done with the I want to be done with the squares for the month of July so that we pass through the month of July. I am promoting health. Um, so that is getting good rest, exercising, getting proper sunshine, eating good foods. Today I ate a lot of junk food. I can already see and I feel like there are little pimples are growing on my face. Like I ate a lot of junk food. I had chocolate, I had chips. I don't have that. I don't have that regularly. So when today I had a lot, it's just my system couldn't handle a lot of it, but I still had a lot and I felt so rebellious. So bad. This is the water drop. So this is the water drop I'm making. So two squares will be on this water drop and they're going to, once I'm done, I'm going to add them to the bubonic plague blanket. Here's the blanket. If you guys can remember, we started this blanket in the month of May, and we had, I think it's so close. Let me put it a little bit far away. So this is what it looks like. At the end of this month, currently now, this is what it is looking like. At the end of this month, we will have two of these squares. Um, they will be showing a water drop, a drop of water. I think you can see properly. So they will be showing this drop of water. I am campaigning real hard on the bubonic plague. I want to raise awareness. I want to promote health so that we are healthy. We are aware of our health. There are days, many days, I think this month, I've been sitting out in the sun. It has been the season of winter. So the health implications of the season of winter comes with when you're sitting out in the sun, you can get fever and flu. So I didn't sit for long, but I did sit in the sun, and I don't know, maybe that contributed to the little bit of colds and flu I had. I also ate a lot of citrus fruit. I had lemons. There are a few lemons in my bag, and I had lemon tea. I also had a lot of oranges. We have an orange tree that we can pick from every time when oranges are in season, and in winter, they're usually in season. So I'm promoting health and with the little things that I have and that I am including in my schedule and my life. I guess it just helps a little bit. Um, let's just put Vaseline on my mask because my lips are very dry. I just posted on my account on Facebook on manners and etiquette. And I remember manners and etiquette from grade 9. I went to Epworth, and at Epworth, we were taught manners and etiquette. It's just lovely thinking about it. Very, very good. Love it. At times, I probably might not follow everything in manners and etiquette, but I think it does lay out a good foundation so that I am aware of how to deal with things and other people so that I can live with them. Set a standard or a standard. Just keep a standard up to to just keep us in the understanding of what I do and don't accept as a person. It really, really helps. So this is where we are so far, and I am on the 16th line. I'm going to go to the 17th line soon. So I'm just gonna do the 16th and the 17th line, and we will start chapter 7 of Esther. It is the beginning of the day of the Lord. If you remember my study on 666, the Bible says in Revelations chapter 13, the last chapter, the last verse, it is the number of a man. And if you don't know, I have been sharing a lot about the wicked. That wicked as a group of people. So there's a lot that I think I have spoken about in my messages. Octavian's activities when he hits Cleopatra and Anthony in the war in Egypt, or the activities of the wicked one, Bible says. So I think to just think on just one person, it is not necessarily the wisest thing to do. There's a group of people. Ellen White, though, will specifically mention the papacy because this is the affairs of Rome. Cleopatra was coming from Rome, and so was Octavian. Anthony wasn't. He was coming from Egypt. So the Bible says, and they were helped by prophets. So you can imagine what the Queen of Haman is in that story. She's young, she's a type of a Josiah, but she's also a prophetess. They were helped by prophets. Wake up one day and I find no one knows what I'm talking about. What is she talking about? I don't know. Except Octavian, Cleopatra, and Anthony. They know what I'm talking about. Hello, everyone who's just come in. Welcome to my live. So you can imagine these three players in the world, only just moving alone in the world. They're moving alone. Where's that girl? Where is she? What did she say now? Do you want to know what I said? So now I find myself also as a wicked because of what I've said. What did she say? What did I say? What did she say? What did she say? She said, it is a horror of great darkness. The story of Rome. This is where we are. This is the 16th line. I'm gonna be doing the last line in the bulb of a drop of water when you draw it. I went to town today. It was so busy. People going about their own business. I don't live in fear anymore. I used to. And I go to town and I see someone being burnt and drum. That's what I saw one time. And one day I came back from my trips, and I also came back from school. I was cross nighting many times. I think the first time I started coming back home when I didn't sleep at home, when I am actually living at home. Is when I went to probably trips for the message of the hour. And I come back and I sit and I see in the street. So peaceful. It is Umtata. Very busy. Very busy town. It starts getting busy even from 6 a.m. in the morning. It is a very busy town. And I was coming back from my trip and I was walking alone and I see men. They're so happy. Very happy people. And you never see a lot of commotion going on. with the people who live in the street or um, early in the morning. They bunch up and they take care of their own stories, their own businesses. They were very happy that morning. It was very cold morning. They were singing and they had prepared fire. So I thought it was very, very dangerous fire because they were using all sorts of stuff, nettles and cardboards and I was looking at them and I was like, should I not be there? Many times I've had that. Should I not be there? What makes me so different? In the message of the hour and God says in the Bible, it will turn the hearts of the children against their parents and the parents against their children. What makes me think I'm so special? No, I don't have a home yet that I have bought myself. I'm not special. But God, He sent me off, and while I was in Jeff's movement, I should have lived in the street if I don't have a home. And then took me straight from Jeff's movement back into a place where I have to live at home. And I cannot go and live in the street. I have to be here at home. Even if I have my own house, I have to keep coming back home because of the cleansing at the temple. My family is stone Adventist, so they're going through a cleansing at the temple, and I'm Queen of Haman for America with messages to cleanse the temple. Then I have to be here. And I kept saying I'm outside with the dogs. Once you start talking about dogs and insects, then you need to be more specific because once you get to the people, it's a different story. It's a completely different story. This is how Bible. I don't know if you can see properly, but this is our Bible at 17. This is 17 lines, and we're doing 50 by 50. It's gonna be very big. Now we're gonna be reading chapter 7 of Esther, and then to speak a little bit more on what my thoughts are on the chapter. I'm gonna continue crocheting. So for now, I'm gonna read. If you can remember, Esther was having a feast, and Esther's feast is called Esther's Feast at the Wine, Feast of Wine. So now Haman is talking to the wise men, and the wise men say, "See, See, Haman, now you prepared the gallows, and Ahasuerus has taken this man and honored him. You thought you were gonna be honored. You said this man's Israelite, he's a Jew, and these men are known for people who, once you think you're going after them, whatever you do comes and kills you. But that's me paraphrasing. And Haman now is just as he's thinking about what the wise men are saying, he gets called to go into Esther's banquet. It's a horror, I said yesterday. It's a horror of great darkness. Haman is wondering what's next? What's going to happen next? After his gallows prepared there and Mordecai is honored now, um, what is next? So chapter 7 has about 10 verses. I'm going to start from verse 1 and read. So the king and Haman came to banquet with Esther the queen. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, What is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed, even to the half of the kingdom. Then Esther the queen answered and said, If I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. For we are sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we have been sold for bondmen and bondwomen, I had held my tongue, although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage. Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther the queen, Who is he, and where is he, that durst presume in his heart to do so? And Esther said, The adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen. And the king, arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath, went into the palace garden, and Haman stood up to make request for his life to Esther the queen, for he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king. Then the king returned out of the palace garden into the place of the banquet of wine, and Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was. Then said the king, Will he force the queen also before me in the house? As a word went out of the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. And Harbonah, one of the chamberlains, said before the king, Behold also the gallows 50 cubits high, which Haman had made for Mordecai, who had spoken good for the king, standeth in the house of Haman. Then the king said, Hang him thereon. So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king's wrath pacified. This is the end of Esther chapter 7. It's a horror of great darkness. I just want to count up, guys. It's sitting on a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So it is 22 lines after the 10. You see, Haman, just when you think you're gonna go and kill these men, something just horrible happens to you instead. Just 22 lines. Oh, goodness. I'm just trying to reset. This is my counter, so I'm just learning how to use it. I don't know if you can see it properly. I can't see how I can show it properly. Oh, the glare of the light is so bad. I can't show you. Oh, there we go. So it kind of like goes up and down like this. And then now I'm trying to reset it back to 0, 0. And now it's going to sit on 0, 0. And then every time when I go up or down, like I just count up the lines. Now I have 22 lines I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to count up 22 lines and I'm starting on 0, 0, 0. So I'm going to do the first line and I'm going to roll it up to 1, 0, 1. Is it okay like this? Let's see the side. This side is a little bit hard to roll. Yeah, I think it is fine. Yeah, that's how it goes. So this is 0, 1. So 0, 1. I would roll it up like this. You guys can see. So now we're currently sitting on 1. The first line. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're currently sitting on 1 now. So Haman is dead. And Jeff usually says Haman and his 10 sons. But there is no reference to his 10 sons. Maybe I'm going to read further and see 10 sons too. Excuse me, it is Haman. Haman was hung up on the 50 gallows, 50 cubit gallows, and I don't see 10 sons or his wife hung up there with him. So that is something I want to just keep, as the Bible just is very specific on that, so that if the the whole is sleeping with the kings, the 10 kings, and then the 10 kings forsake her, um, that is not Haman being hung up with the 10 sons. So I just want to be correct on that so that I understand it very well. That is in fact the correct version of it. But it does give a little bit of a excitement to think about the United Nations also getting a punishment for their deeds, because they do a lot of things. They do a lot of things to help Haman, for example. Haman being in the sense maybe America at a specific time, but they don't actually get hung up with him. So I just want to be on that side so that when it is biblically correct, at least I stand on that. Changes the whole story. And excitement on whether or not the United Nations is going to be scorched fades away because they don't get the scorch. And yet, so evil, the things that they do, and they're still sleeping with the whore. So, those are the things that I just, once I read it and I see it, then I stick to it. Once it is not there yet, then there are portions of scripture that are going to be zapped. And I was looking at for the temple cleansing. I was looking for the temple cleansing. Hi Plasma. Hey JKHT. What's up, guys? You guys come to my live. You keep telling me to say stuff. Why do you do that? You keep saying, say this, say this, say that. Why do you do that? You just come here and you're like, are you going to say this? And then you even have like how many times I should say it. Why do you do that? I don't know why you do that, but you just do that so often. I don't know what I've done here. Oh no. I don't know if it is ruined or what I've done. There we go. Now it's moving again. Why do you guys do that? Mm. Um, so yeah, guys. Haman is dead now. And he thought he was gonna be killing the Mordecai, which is whoa, horror of great darkness. It is a horror of great darkness. What's going on? Everything was so peaceful in Shushan. Now all of a sudden, there's a dead man. There's a horror of great darkness. That's where we are, and this is 1. So now I'm going to increase it, make it 2. We're going to 22. Oh no. So this is 1. We're going to go to 2. Oh, it is so hard to even just pull it up. But at least it does pull up. Hello everyone who's just come in. I have another one. No, just think about that. I actually have another one. Maybe it works better than this one. So Esther says to Ahasuerus, Ahasuerus says, You have called us to this banquet. What would you like? And Esther says, we have been sold. We have been sold. Me and my people have been sold um, by this man. And Ahasuerus says, who is this? Who would do such a thing? It's a wicked man, Haman. He sold us to be destroyed, to perish, and to be killed. And Ahasuerus stands up and he's so angry. He goes to the garden and then he comes back from the garden and he says the people go to Haman and they say, Haman actually has gallows he's built up in his home, and Ahasuerus comes comes back and he's already back, in fact. And then when they say this, he's standing there, and he says, why don't you take him and hang him on those gallows that he built? And they hung him there. Very angry. Prince Father is a poet. He wakes up one day and he starts praising, honoring, praises, um, just God and beauty. He was in the garden. He did that. And it was like 2022, 2023. It's so recent. The ladies in Adventism are saying, guys, we have our people. Everyone has our people. We have our people. You must just know your people. And they run off with their people. And they try to keep their people within, is it whatever it is, that's gonna mean that they're their people. So boundaries on who is their people. That took up a lot of my influence. When people start going to their people, and one lady says, well, just when you just think someone is leaning on you, how about you just step aside, and if they fall, they fall. They're just leaning on you, so that we know, you must know who feeds you. So that was um America. That was America. I had just heard a song called I See You, and people came to my side and immediately left. After that, I was sitting there for years and years wondering, where are my people? Because people have left with the people who know they're people, but who clearly were never my people, but I didn't know they were not my people. So, when you're a person to people who are not your people, that is a problem, you know. She's a person to us, but I'm not a person to her. I'm not a people. We're not people to her, but she's a person to us. So how's that gonna go? Because my people are not gonna be your people, and your people not gonna be your people. But you know what? If you wanna be a person, you can be a person to me. And some of them were even just pushing me away from being a person to them. Savantism under the influence of America. Anger in the garden. What happened? What has happened here? What's going on? Here is the Middle East killing America. What is going on? Your people, but I'm not your people. But you know what? We know our people. Do you know our people? I'm tired of being a person. Do people know their people? And they're gonna take the people away from us because they wanna have their own people. And America is not welcome in the Middle East. America must remember that the Middle East is a project of the jihad. That's what they said. Because we're not on about the people and the people and my people and her people and our people can't be the same people because we're not persons to each other. We're not on about that. I think I'm doing another line, and I don't think I actually um I think this is the third line. Oh, this is big. It's tricky. Very bad. Can we get the blue one? Maybe it's gonna be better. Yeah, it is much, much better. I wanna show you. So we'll start at 0, 0. So 1, 2. Now we're on the third one. So that became a problem. I came to Wusu, and the people know they're not my people, but they can see I'm a person. But whose person? Because they probably don't know my people, and that became a problem. Because if I didn't have people, then then who am I gonna be getting along with? So now we're fighting over people. Don't come take my people. Why are you sending me friend requests? No, you're sending me friend requests so that my people be your people. No, don't send me a friend request. I don't wanna I don't want my people be your people. I don't wanna share your people, and I don't want your people be my people because I don't want your people be my people. And I don't want my people be your people. So if we don't get along online, even our people don't get along online. Get what I mean? It is a nightmare. There's a horror of great darkness on people. Get away, get away, get away. We don't even like that song. We don't even want to listen to that song because if you're my people, you're not going to listen to her. You're not going to be friends with her. You're not going to follow her. And you're definitely not going to buy from her business because you're my people. What is that? Horror. If I find myself in the space of the people of a person who's not my person, then those people are not my people, and that is a very dangerous space. So it is horror, horror of great darkness on people, on people. So you have to run away if it happens that once there's this fight you don't know about, and it turns out the influence of the person fighting with you so that they can keep the people is high, then you run away to go and find your own people, and that way you're gonna be safe. Social media in this era is very dangerous on people. When you're a person who is not a person to other people, it is very dangerous. It is very dangerous. What is she? Esther. This is a person in the woke movement saying this because in their profile they have their own people and they look at you and they find your people wandering about in their people and them as a person, and they think, oh no, if her people could just wander about, they love me and they think I'm a person. What 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 why don't I just take her people? And she remains as a person with no people, and I remain as a person with people, my people and her people. And then we just bully her people so that they have their allegiance towards me. What's going on online? What's going on Facebook? What's going on TikTok? On people? Want to change it. Now we're sitting on 4. So I'm going up. This is 4 now. That is the doings of America. And the 10 Kings, Denmark is one of the 3 nations to to be, um, they were picked in the United Nations to be security in the world. And they are one among three nations dealing with people who are not people to each other because our persons are not persons to each other on Facebook. Ugh, Harvard. If I would go to Harvard, it would look much better than her because I would know what to do with her. She's in a Harvard. What's that? What's that? Because they're not persons to me. So what's that? And there are people are listening to this and they're listening to them saying these things and they're laughing. It is so lovely because they are their people. They're not people to me. They love this atmosphere having this person doing this. Kind of air out these things that they say to make me seem like what I've done, what I'm doing in my life is not so good because they know that they're not persons to me. And so to keep their people's allegiance to them and keep them loved by their people, they always want to create that gap between me and them, if it is me, or whoever it is that they don't like online being a part of their people. So it's not about money. It's about people. And there are people who see maybe the person doing this or saying this and see that they're engineer, software engineer. And then they go and they study software engineering and maybe they get better marks than this person when this person has posted these marks online. Maybe go to a better school, a school that doesn't require a lot of a school that requires a very high grade in the high school, and they go to that school, and then the person starts saying all of these things about this person because now they don't know yet what has gone on, and the people start wondering, but it's a better school because they had to get these grades to get there. You could have never gotten there. They had to do this to get this, and you could have never, but you didn't do it. It doesn't matter what you do and how you do it. If a person's not your person, the people are not going to be your people. Now comes the opportunity for them to be politically strong. They have beaten up Queen of Fairmont for America. Before I could even establish myself as Kof Kof, I was sitting there saying, where's my 1335? They had already established the people. The people are following them and they're honoring them and they have all of the glory they could ever want from the world. And then they go back to their churches like nothing happened. I'm sitting there saying, babies are beaten. Which babies? So I'm going to 22 and I'm looking at my parents. My parents are my people. I'm a person to my parents. They gave birth to me. They are my people. And then you take my parents, and my parents are in danger of your own stuff you bring in to try and bully me because now you feel you have more people than me. In your own war, you started on people that no one ever even started. No one was making war on people. But you start this war on people, then you come and you bully me on Facebook, on people. Yeah. So one day someone will wonder, what's this thing about people? What's this thing about people? She mustn't look like this. That person mustn't look like this. That person must look like this. Because we look like this in this group of people. She's not a part of us. I will. Not you look of it. I was created by God. You look at me very carefully. I wasn't created by another person. I was created by God. Whether my teeth are like rabbits or whatever it is, God decided my teeth are going to be like this, whatever they look like. Not other people. Not a person who's not my person, but has more people than I do. No. So when they look at me online and they say, oh wow, such a flat stomach. Oh wow, look at her face. She's getting lighter now. Wow, she's looking like this now. Look at how clear her skin is. Honey, God made this. Not your people. So when people go and they make jokes about me, it's not going to do anything to me. It's not. On your people. You earn honor to your people on the loves, and maybe they'll close our companies, and then some people who are in that line will open up and decide, oh, hang on, I think I'm vibing with this girl. I will go with this girl. And you'll be left alone with your person who's not my person. And they're making wars about people that no one asked for. And you'll be laughing alone with your person who's not my person on these wars you're creating alone. So, and I'm just saying, where's my 1335? You know what I'm talking about? Talking about the Taliban insurgency. I'm not talking about people online. Because you know what? Those studies, they kind of like run accounts, transport. It will run my account. Not my people. not my people. So just when you're sitting there and you've heard Jeff say Haman and his 10 sons, and you think, oh my goodness, this girl, America's going through this. Look at Denmark. Look at the Middle East. Look at all these people. The United Nations, they're gonna be zapped too, because those are her people. And then nothing happens. And then nothing happens. Because you're making wars with people not warring with you. Who said there was a war on people on Facebook? No one. When people see us and we look pretty, you know, and then we start showing some signs of success. And they're like, I know what's going on now. Avila, Harvard. No, no people. It's about people. No, she's not my person, and the people, and my people should be, and then the people, and then, no, no. Look at her teeth. Look at her teeth. Her teeth are my teeth, and her cheeks are my cheeks, and what's going on? Her accounts are running, and the people are my people, and her people, and no, they're all gonna die. They're all gonna die. She's gonna die with them. Yeah. When you see people, and it's almost like they're your double gangers. They've got chubby cheeks. I have chubby cheeks too. Or people with chubby cheeks. With chubby cheeks. But I can still see myself and be like, oh, that's me. That's me. So when people are very serious on Facebook and online to do all these things, there are so many things that were spoken. God is not an enemy of my enemies. God does not do this. God does not do that. Those things are being said online. It is a sad mistake. I call it a mistake all the time. That God allowed me to enter into the phase at Ezekiel. But God put it there as a mistake he covers his hand over. Mamela. Wait. Let's put our hand over this name. put her hand over this name because this girl, I people are not my people, person are not my person. She's got so many enemies. She's going around, she has enemies, she doesn't even know where they come from. This girl, let's put our hand over her. Straight into the wicked world below. Ladies in Adventism. It's a mistake. They wake up and the probation's closed in the wicked world below. It is a mistake. It is a mistake. Because when I was saying the woke movement, this and that, I understood they were getting destroyed right now when I was saying it. It wasn't something that was going to happen later on. Right when I was saying it, I understood they were getting destroyed. So my people are not my people, not black. No, we are. They wake up 2025 and they're right in the wicked world below. What are they going to do? Come back to Adventism and they're gonna be, oh my goodness. It is a mistake. It is a terrible mistake. It is a terrible mistake. Just want to cry. Can only imagine what's going on with them. Yeah. And the people, where are the people? Yeah, hi. So many things are going on. Captivity, wicked world below, destructions, heavenly Ghana, rise. Right? Right in the last minute, they just run for that one. It's not easy, Kepa. I had a little bit of a taste of it. The fires of hell. It's not easy. But ke simtata ngoku. And the umtata nje will take it to the next level. It was so hard. I was in Maritzburg and everything was happening. Then I went to Pretoria. You can imagine Zulu people, colored people, Indian people. I'll go to Afrikaans people. You can just see it. It's terrible. Oh, when you are protected by God, you don't get to see a lot of things about the world. But out of God's protection, you start seeing all these things about the world. And you, just cover my eyes and my ears. Don't want to know it. So I don't want to know these other things. And that's where the other ladies are. And yay, I'm scared. I'm scared for them. I'm scared for them because The world treats you kindly. And you treat yourself kindly. The world treats you kindly. Life is a little bit okay, but putting yourself in a situation where the world is mean to you, God has turned his face against you. And that's where they were before probation closed. You're right? Mm-mm. So, guys, when you are protected by being in your church, whatever your church is, and you are the type of person who just sticks to whatever it is you believe, like, there's a lot of many things to be grateful for in life, I think. The protection that comes from the people you already know, that is not swayed by all these other things. It's very beautiful. The other ladies, I keep running Adventism. But what is Adventism going to do about this? Nothing. Not even Adventism can keep them out of where they entered. Adventism is a protection so that whatever influence from that world doesn't enter into Adventism. So you send yourself to them and you enter. Adventism won't take you out of that. Those angels of wickedness, they stand there and they say no. So there are cases, and I keep talking about what happened. I'm clearing my hands from their blood because our cases are even going to be an issue when Christ comes back in his physical second coming, because of the things that have been done to them and the things that are still going on. By the time Christ comes back, they are going to be wrecked. So I keep talking about it over and over again so that my hands are clean, because they are clean. I was the one who was running away from whatever it is that was going on, and I didn't know what was going on. They sent themselves to become woke and in gender-based violence. I didn't do that. So I'm in Umtata now, and Umtata is the last among everyone. Cape Town knows about it. Matsvik knows about it. Pretoria knows about it. Sutu people, they were there. Pretoria. It felt like people were against me. It felt like, no, they weren't. They were reading. They were reading. What's going on here? So, not even Mark Zuckerberg can be blamed for, for the souls of these ladies. Not just kept saying over and over again. They're not made up yet. But it was already too late. From the time the First Lady, Dr. Joe Biden, started saying they want the doctor, it was already too late because they started to know about the doctor and arrived in the work that they're doing to the ladies before their probation closed. It was already too late. They are taken out as terrorists out of Adventism. Well, they still are in Adventism, and it is a mistake. They're gonna go through everything the terrorists are gonna go through, and it is a mistake. It is a mistake. Seven. So yeah, guys. Excuse me. We are on seven. We're actually going to 22. I think I'm gonna keep working on this because by the end of the week, I wanna be done with the two squares. Hello, everyone who's just come in. My live is actually come to the end. So I'm just gonna do the seven and then I'm going to end. This is where we are so far. So that is the sad news that I have, guys. It is the souls of the ladies Adventism. There is one lady, Buntu Poppy. She keeps saying she's breaking connection in her head. And it is painful, guys. It really is. It really is. But yeah. So those are the sad news I have. And the worst thing is, because where they are in very vantage ground to work, like in politics, great people there. But they turn back and guys, real high. No, turn back. As I'm telling you right now, those people there talk about the United Nations. We talk about Denmark. Guys, there's a movie I watched in Denmark. And those movies don't lie. There is this river there. It keeps spinning and spinning. I can never know where you are. It's like waters of something. I don't know. It's like you stay away from that. So there is no turning back. That's what I'm trying to say. Like where you are, just move forward with where you are. Because those ladies, they turned back, which means they've lost direction. They don't know where they were when they started 2021, if it was in 2021. Sharing Shurist began in around 2019, but they don't know where they were when they started. So, and that is just with Denmark. When Ellen White talks about demons, it's like when they start with you, it's like they don't want to stop because of how evil they are. They'll just continue and continue. So, yeah, I'm just like, guys, Ellen White will talk about sexual assault. She calls it sexual assault. And she'll talk about it. She'll talk about so many things about demons. And I can only imagine now with the ladies because, guys, you and their people, where are their people? Where are their people now? Spinning in Denmark or spinning in I don't know where. I don't know. Where are they? Trying to find them. Where are they? This is the part where I feel social media is not something to mess around with. This is the only part where I feel social media. I don't know, just started laughing. But like this is the only part I feel social media is not to be messed around with because of the ladies. So someone can say there are people who have been living like how the ladies are going to be living for years. But I don't think it is to the level of the ladies because the ladies are coming from Adventism. The people who have been going through these mental spiritual wars, if it is a spiritual war, are not really in a specific church. It's like people who are in the world. So for them, they don't get hurt by anything that is going on. But the ladies, yo, I, that's a bit good. I don't know how to say it. Just say they said they were not my people to find. Today I'm mourning for people who are not my people, because those people have lost the direction and are ultimately gone. They're gone now. America's doing. In one video, I see the doctor. He keeps saying Sanbonan so many times. Sanbonan, Sanbonan. Can you hear, guys? I also get like giggles and everything. The accountability of the ladies, I think, was brought to me. So I think there is a little bit of experience I also have of what has happened to the ladies. I don't know why and I don't know how, but maybe it is, are you your brother's keeper? Maybe. God is angry. Who has done this? Who has done this? Are you your brother's keeper? Who has done this? Look at them. They're confused. They're beaten. They're used. Do they see what's going on with them? I don't think they know. So that's the end of my life, guys. My data bundles have come to, they're getting finished. That's the end of my life, and it is very sad news, and I bring these to you. I can only just hope that when it is clear physically, that God may cover up the ladies so that their humiliation may not decrease the value of their works. These are lovely people that can tell you first about the woke movement. Brother Polisi was a lovely person. Sister Nombo took me in and, excuse me, she shared food with me. Sister Nomzekelo, there's Sister Cindy, Brother Skululwe, and other brethren also, Brother Yaniso. These are all lovely people. And so with those people first, and then Sister Isipo, Sister Buntubopi, Sister Zanande, and other people too. I don't find joy in seeing these people because I did see with Isipo, there was a little bit of conflict there, but from people who don't know each other. Not to the extent where I feel like now she deserves to be destroyed. So guys, these are lovely people, and don't even say pray for your enemies, because yeah, you can see God had invested in these people. They have completed degrees record time. If they haven't been at school, they have business. They have succeeded in one or another in life. God invested on these people. So yeah, they need a lot of prayer. And yeah, that's it, guys. Otherwise, then from here, I want to focus on um, what's going on now. And what's going on now with me, as I understand it, is to build yourself. I was looking at people at Wusu from last year, and I was like, why the heck should I keep looking at other people and wonder whether they accept or don't accept me as a person? These are other kids trying to build themselves. What am I doing to build myself? So it's very important, guys, and I'm working to build myself now. And maybe I've been doing that before, but maybe it hasn't been so important as now as before. I was finding myself. Now I became Queen of Haman for America, and now I, I have an identity. So I don't think I have one. Actually, do have one. Most important thing now is to build myself. So yeah, guys, I know this is something other people can join with me if they haven't already been doing this before I even spoke about it right now. And yeah, continue, guys. Build yourselves. Build yourselves, guys, because once everyone has left, you have you to deal with. You have you there for yourself in all of these issues of life. Um, if everyone comes back, it'll be at you um, being you and just your number one fan before anyone comes. So yeah, guys, thank you for joining my live. I hope to see you in the next one. And the next live is going to be, I'm going to load data on Monday. I want to load data for every 7 days. I think it helps me keep data. If data ends by mid next week, before the end of 7 days, then I wait for the next 7 day load data. Then I keep going throughout the whole month rather than having a period where I wait. So I'll be loading data Monday. I think I've just finished the data right now. And so I'm going to see you again on Monday morning. Until then, goodbye, guys.